Hey, paddle enthusiasts, welcome to Padel Smash Academy. My name is Saz, paddle club owner and entrepreneur. Next to me is Julian, paddle master coach, and we're all about paddle. Whether you're new to the sport or an experienced player, you've come to the right place. Our goal is to provide you with paddle news, tournament outcomes, product reviews, and video lessons to take your game to the next level. So grab your paddle and let's get started at Padel Smash Academy. All right, well, today we're going to talk about the Premier Padel tournament. What did you think, Julian?
I think the tournament was outstanding. The major upsets and what's happening with the different partnerships there. There is a lot to digest and talk about. I think one of the most important things is that we should be talking about is the Tello and Paquito partnership.
Yeah, I guess that's definitely something to talk about. I mean, you see a lot of memes, you see a lot of different things. Paquito wanting to play now on the left side again. So there's a lot of drama there. But I guess let's talk about the upsets, right? I mean, what happened? What was the biggest upset there in that tournament?
Well, I think the major upset is LeBron Galan. Losing versus Alex. Alex. And Momo Gonzalez. So I think, and they lost 7-6, 6-2. I mean, they Alex and Momo Diaz, they play an outstanding game. And I think that was pretty much the major upset. I mean, they were one of the favorites.
So what do you think happened there? Do you think from the last World Padel Tour tournament in the finals, they kind of are losing a little bit of confidence? I mean, or was it that, Momo and his partner were playing that much better?
I think they play an outstanding game. I mean, let's give them credit to the winners. But honestly, I mean, all these professional players, they're getting physically tired after playing back and forth every week somewhere around the world, and that can take a toll on your performance at the end of the day.
I think that's a great point. Because they did play those two tournaments back to back, right? Yeah. And that extreme heat, isn't easy as well. You have to kind of adjust to that. And I think that's where, the youth really helps, being very, in good shape, physical conditioning. So I'm not sure if that really led to their upset, but, obviously it was part of it.
But definitely, for sure. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's giving credit to the winners. I mean, they are the number ones, but sometimes you see some glitches on their game, and that's when the other players, they take advantage of it. And when you're playing at that level, one or two mistakes can cost you the match completely.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to Paquito and Tello, man. What do you think is going on there?
I don't know if you guys watched that game, but it was pretty interesting. Tello started to play the first set. He played on the left side, and they lost, right? And Paquito was complaining with him and with his coach on every change of sides that he should be playing in the other side. And finally, on the second set, which you never seen it before at professional level, they actually switched sides, and they won the second set, and they won pretty easily. So that will be interesting what will happen in the near future with them. They eventually ended up losing, but I think Paquito has much more resources being played on the left hand than Tello has.
I think that's a great point. I think you're definitely right on that. I mean, he is an aggressive left-sided player. I think much more than Tello.
Yeah.
And I think... you're right. I think he has a little bit more tools. I think what's going on is the age, right? Is he ready to move to the right side? And maybe it was a little too premature to do that.
This is a great subject of conversation, and I see it at all levels. I think, especially at the professional level, all these players, they should be able to play on both sides. And I still don't know why they're not able to play in both sides, or what they don't want to play in both sides, because these are unbelievable players. And let's say I've never seen Bella playing on the forehand side. He always played on the backhand side. So for him, he's so limited to one half of the court, then if he's so talented, I guarantee you he can play both sides. But I think eventually with a new generation of paddle players, I mean, is going to be changing sooner or later.
You think so?
I don't know. What is your thought?
I don't know. I mean, I think you're rather a right-sided player or left-sided player. It all depends on your mentality, right? So if you're more of a defensive player, and some people are in general, just their character is more of a defensive player. And then you have guys who are more aggressive, right? I mean, in general, in life.
Yeah.
And those are playing that left side. So, I mean, I think, and then you try to switch over to that. And I think that's what I look at Theo. Yeah, he plays left, but I don't think he's as aggressive as some of the like Cuello or even Paquito.
Yeah.
So, and then you have your mentality, right? I mean, the right side mentality is way different than the left. And so if you're playing right and you switch over to left, you might bring some of those techniques there that maybe will work sometimes, but in the long run may not, because you have a job to do on the left side, So I don't know, but it's always good to know both sides for sure. I mean, I played left for a long time and I love left, and I feel like I'm more natural there. But based on me getting older, I moved to the right. I learned how to play the right, but I do understand both sides and what the jobs are.
I think in paddle, I mean, at that professional level, I mean, greatness is defined by the one who's flexible enough to play both sides. Let's think about LeBron. LeBron used to be a backhand side player, and now started to play with Galan, and he switched sides. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable, and they became number one in the world. So. And it will be interested to see if they, Bella was always great. I mean, when we talk about, the one on the left should be the aggressor, but Bella is not an aggressor. He doesn't hit by 4 or by 3s, but he's an unbelievable player on the left side. So I think being flexible brings more your greatness as a player.
Oh, without a doubt. And if you look at Theo and Chingoto back in the day, I mean, they are both more right-sided players than left. Yeah. And I think that was one of the reasons why they moved on. Yeah. And then if you look at LeBron and Galan, they're both kind of left-sided players, both of them.
Yeah.
One had to compromise and move to to the right.
But they complement each other so well that's why they're number one.
Right.
And I think, if we compare Theo with Paquito has more tools on his arsenal. From the air game, and he can hit the screen, he can hit the víboras, Theo is just a one-way player where he goes for the bomb and that's it. He doesn't have that talent and that wrist, those hands that Paquito has playing on the left side. So it will be interesting what happens on the next tournament.
I think you're right. I mean, I think prematurely he switched over, and I think maybe they should have thought about it a little bit more.
Yeah, I know it in the middle of a game.
Yeah, because they're now into tournaments and they're doing so. Now what are they going to do the next tournament?
Yeah, and for you to switch sides, it takes at least a couple of weeks for you to really get the feel of returning from the forehand side and the backhand side. Right. I'm playing the aerial game a little bit better. Yep. So it's going to be very, very interesting what happens in the near future.
Let's talk about Cuello and Tapia. That was not necessarily an upset, but I mean, I think everybody coming from their win at the World Padel Tour thought, okay, they're going to dominate this tournament too.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
Well, they made it to the semifinals. Come on, give them some credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't that bad.
No, I'm not saying it was bad, but based on the performance of World Padel Tour, I was thinking, okay, you guys have it. What do you call it? Are out. LeBron and Galan are out. So these guys should be able to win this tournament.
Yes, but let's think about this, and I think what makes the professional level so healthy, that in the past 3 tournaments, you had 3 different winners at professional level. Yeah. So that's super healthy. That it's not like in tennis where you have the dominant, Nadals or Djokovic or Federer, where every time they walk into a tournament, they win that tournament. Yeah. In paddle, it's a much more exciting because now you have 3 different, 3 tournaments and 3 different winners.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting who will end up number one in the world at the end of the year.
Well, I like that. I mean, last year was all about LeBron and Galan.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the battle between them and Cuello and Tapia and all the other players.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happened. Okay, so let's talk about the finals then. We have Bella and Sancho, playing against Stupa and
Dineno.
Yep, and that was a pretty great game. But I think I don't know, Bella. I think Bella played great and Sanjo too. But I just thought maybe they didn't have enough fuel in their tank.
Look, I mean, the first set, Sanjo and Bella started serving, and they started with a break, and from that moment on, I mean, Stupa and Dineno, they just stepped it up, and there was nothing coming through. I mean, they were just defending and attacking every single shot. Every ball was going over the net 10, 15, 20 times, long points. I mean, retrieving balls from the outside. It was an outstanding game. It was really, and the first set, I mean, it was just a blow off. I mean, it's they got 2 breaks down, and then for you to come back with 2 breaks down is very difficult.
Yeah.
Second set was pretty tight. They went into the tiebreak, but there were 6-5 serving, and you lose 1 point. That's it. Tournament is over.
Yeah. I feel the same way, and in playing again with that heat in Qatar, and these guys, Stupa and Dineno. I mean, they're playing amazing.
Yes,
amazing, and I look forward to seeing them. In the semis and finals, moving forward in the World Padel Tour and the Premier Padel.
And I think one of the things that happened, Bella and Sanjo, they played Momo and Alex on the semifinals, and that was a 3 sets match. It was a long match under the heat and all that, and I think that took a toll on at least Bella. You know what I mean? But after a 2.5-3 hour match, you feel it that you're playing. You play one day that, and then the next day you're playing the finals. Yeah. That takes a toll. The physical part takes a toll, and Bella is over 40 now, so you will feel the difference. Trying to recover from that.
Definitely, I feel a difference playing. Just an hour and a half.
Yes, it's true.
And then trying to play the next day. I can only imagine,
especially at that level.
Right. Oh, definitely, without a doubt. Okay, so what else went on in the Premier Padel here? Was there any other upsets?
Those were pretty much the pretty big upsets, which I think it's super healthy for the Premier and the World Padel Tour, having different winners in the finals.
Yeah,
that gives a more fresh look and not so dominant, leadership that LeBron and Galan will have. We'll see what's happening next time. Next one, I think they're going to Argentina, La Rioja, and a few other tournaments. That's the World Padel Tour, so it will be very interesting. Thanks for tuning in to Padel Smash Academy. We hope you find our videos informative and helpful in improving your game and learning all things paddle. And if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss a video from us. So until next time, keep practicing, keep improving, and keep on smashing that paddle. See you in the court.